Hello everyone, welcome to SlipjointSawyer. Today we're going to be taking a look at another new series from Rough Ryder. As you can see, this is the Rough Ryder Red Fox series, and that does boast black and red micarta handles. Do have a nice artwork of a fox here. And one thing I want to point out straight away is they seem to have used the RI spelling for Rough Ryder on this series. I'm not sure whether this was one they planned to come out with a while ago and it sort of just got held behind. Maybe, I don't know, some things were wrong, things like that. Or if maybe they just used the wrong spelling on the box. I'm not too sure, but it is a brand new series from Rough Ryder. So you can see on the side here you have the reverse R and the red fox. You might recognize this sort of fox symbol from a certain internet browser. We won't say that there, we'll let you decide which one it is. On the other side of the box you have Rough Ryder again with the RI spelling and their website there. You can check the website out, but it's not been updated for about 14 millennia. Excuse me. So yeah, I'd really wish they would update that with all the new models coming out. It would be nice to have some sort of catalogue for what I want to get or what's coming out in the future, but it seems to be really outdated. You see from the back here, this is model number RR2298. So you can see from the model number it is a lot later series, so I'm not too sure what went on with the spelling of the RI on that. But you can see on the back here, always high quality handmade pocket knives. And again, the cancer and reproductive harm for RJ only, so sorry RJ. And this of course was made in China. Got the magnetic style closed box. One of the boxes I really do like products to come in, especially these Rough Ryder knives. It's really sturdy, and I know that on shipping to me, even if the box gets beaten up a little bit, the knife inside is going to be, you know, sort of undamaged and untouched. So then inside you get the reverse R tang stamp again with the Rough Ryder written here. You get the nice sort of felt liner with a cutout for the knife, and then of course the knife does come ripped in a baggie, but I've already had that out, so just taking the baggie away. So let's get the box out the way. So here it is. This is the Rough Ryder Red Fox Sowbelly. You can see that red and black micarta. It's quite hard to show it on camera. I don't know why it's not coming up as easily on camera as it does in person, but you can sort of make out the grain there. So you've got like a high black bit here down into the red, and then it's almost like a wood grain pattern where they've sort of contoured it out and sort of curved it around the knife. You can kind of see it a bit better in that angle. And again on the front there, and you have this micarta inlay as well of the Red Fox logo, really beautifully inlaid there as well. There is a tiny gap by the ear, but again, I'm being very picky. You can kind of see it just about there. You do have nickel silver bolsters with red underliners as well, and then the nickel silver pins, and the contouring and the sort of transitions is absolutely perfect. I can't sort of fault anything to do with like the way this knife is built. It's all smoothed over wonderfully. There's no rough tang stamps. Slight gapping on the back, but very minor, about here and maybe a tiny bit here. But again, for the price you're paying, I had this special ordered in from Richard at Heine Haynes, so I really do appreciate that. Richard, he does get a lot of these in for me. I think I paid about £22, so it is a bit more expensive than you get it for in the US. I believe TK said he got his for about $16. But we obviously are paying for the UK tax and that shipping all the way over here, and I still think that's an absolute bargain. So you have the sort of standard Sowbelly pattern, and we're looking at an overall length of 1, 2, 3. We've got 1, 2, 3, 3 3/4, so standard sort of length. Do have the standard blade configuration as well of a spay blade, a sheep's foot, and a clip point. And you can see they're really well done in there as well. There's no sort of touching between the blades or the liners or any of the blades. You can see that clip point blade, although it is close to this liner, it's perfectly straight and just leaves a bit more room for the center sheep's foot blade. Again, on the reverse of the knife, you do have the nickel silver bolsters, the red underliners, and the nickel silver pins. And again, same story as the front. It's all flush. There's nothing rough, and it's just beautifully built. So we'll take a look at the blade. So you have the main clip point blade there. Just listen to the walk and talk on this. This is definitely about 7.5 pull. Excellent lockup on that. You do have the Rough Ryder tang stamp there, and you can make out as well the RI spelling on the tang stamp as well. So I don't think they're going back to the RI spelling, so I'm sort of convinced this was either like an older they're using like older parts to make this up, or you know, this is an older model they've had sort of made up and we're waiting for the correct stuff for handle materials. I'm not too sure, but it's been a very long time since they used the RI spelling. But you can see here to have a swedge. The nail nick does kind of get in the way of the swedge, but there's enough of sort of a ledge there that you can get your fingernail onto, and there's enough to perch onto, and it doesn't slide off. Like, I can open it perfectly. I've only got short nails and I can open it perfectly well without falling off that. And this is back to the 440A steel as well, even though they did mention they went up to the 440B. You can see there 440 razor sharp steel. Model number is RR2298 and China, and then a really nice grind on this as well. Maybe a little bit high in the middle here, but other than that, pretty uniform all the way around. You can see on the front here as well, really uniform grind, and it came hair popping sharp out of the box. Nice half stop and a really affirmative snap into the close, and then you do have that matte strike nail nick as well. And so here we have the sheep's foot blade, again the Rough Ryder reverse R tang stamp with the RI spelling there. Nice little swedge on the end, and then the matte strike nail nick on this as well, and then a really perfect sort of nice straight grind here on this, maybe a bit shallow at this end, but I mean, it's pretty hard to mess up a flat blade to grind. They've done a really good job on this one. Again, not so much of a massive snap into the half stop. You do sort of have to push it all the way there till about that last little bit at the end. But once it gets there, it's not like wobbly half stop. It is like a nice stop. And then the snap into the close. Really nice snap on that as well. And then into the snap on the open. So it is a relative sort of backspring on that, so it's nice to have that as well. I give that about a 6 pull, the sheep's foot blade. And then let's take a look at the final blade, which is the spay blade. Again, the reverse R tang stamp with the RI spelling. Do have the nail nick and the swedge going most of the way down this blade, about 3/4 of the way. And again, the nail nick is sort of interfering with that swedge. You can sort of make it out how much it interferes at this end, but there is a reasonable enough ramp to get your nail into. I wish they would maybe have just done the swedging like they did on the sheep's foot blade for this one. So you can see there, look, the swedging starts after the nail nick. I think that would be better, even for the same for the main blade, if they just done the swedging at the end as well. But you can see there, really nice grind on this one. Pretty uniform all the way around, maybe a bit heavy at the tip, but I'm being really sort of picky. And again, nice walk and talk on this as well. Overall, really impressed with this. I will be picking up more knives in this series. Just waiting for some ones to be released that I'm sort of into. Because I do know they have a canoe on the way. I did see that on the SMKW website, and that'll definitely be one I'll picking up. But anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.